All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Readers. We are continuing our weed sector technical analysis videos looking at CGC and CRON. I will be very honest, I'm surprised CGC actually looks like this. What have we looked at now? I don't know if you've watched the other videos, but this is now the fifth weed sector stock that I'm looking at. All of the other four have at least had some sort of uptrend. It was either a 1 day big pop and like a little insignificant second day, or like at least three little bumps, okay? And it kind of looked like it almost was, like most of them actually had it the last couple days, but it's really weird that this thing went horizontal, right? And look, I don't know how bad earnings were. Clearly, that gap down was sad, and this might be a continuation and an aftermath, right? I don't look at the news, I don't look at the fundamentals, but what I do see is the 8 moving average is kicking this stock's butt. It really is. And look, I often say it, the 8's really hard to break. The 20 ain't no joke either, right? And a stock needs to get over these two for me to even consider putting my hard-earned money into it, right? I'm not here to tell you how to do your stuff, right? And, I'm not even here saying that these are the best things, right? But trading strategies help, right? It helps avoid, seeing this, thinking maybe I should buy around here at 250 and find yourself down at 2, right? It sounds like it's only a couple cents, but that's a pretty significant percentage, right? It only takes a couple 50-cent pieces to like get you to 250. So to lose one of them, that's not good, right? So all that said, we'll get into the details shortly. Real quick, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how things are setting up. We have our 5 moving averages, these horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please like and subscribe, it does really well with the YouTube algorithms. But even if you don't, just thank you so much for watching these. I do appreciate your time, okay? And then, hey, if you disagree with anything I got to say, please throw it in the comments, all right? I am not here saying I'm perfect. I'm not here saying I'm all-knowing. There's no crystal ball here. But yeah, if your opinions are better than mine, I'm telling you, I think you'll help me and you'll help some viewers as well, okay? So yeah, look, I kind of said a lot of it in the intro, right? But the 8 moving average is my first moving average for a reason. You know what I mean? I sincerely believe bad things happen under the 8 and good things do happen over the 8. Really good things happen when you're over the 8 and the 20. Really bad things happen when you're under both the 8 and the 20. You know what I mean? There's almost no like there's no swaying that right there, right? That's the heart of this, From there, it's just how are you playing with the other moving averages, right? But when you're just constantly getting beat by the 8, you can't expect much more to happen tomorrow. Hey, maybe you'll get some like random this and that, right? But yeah, end of the day, all I'm seeing is a really bad aftermath from an earnings and a terrible like this 20 doesn't really look like it wants to go up either. It looks like it actually just took another little curve down, right? It actually looks like this 50 used to be at the 250 line. Now it's definitely making its way down, right? Like I don't like moving averages going down. That just means they're continual resistances as we go down. We want them going up so that you can ride them up, break them as they go up, and then literally bounce on them up, right? So I'm seeing nothing more than just rejections down versus, nice bounces up, right? And you know me, I'm not here to tell you what to do with your money or any of that, but one thing I'm never a big fan of is averaging down because look, now I'm not going to say it's coming to 105, all right? But there are a lot of other weed stocks that are a lot closer to their all-time lows number. And again, there's still a lot that needs to happen. We still need to lose 194. We still need to lose 159. It probably looks like there's another thing we can draw here around that like 130. However, I'm just here comparing the same stocks, or sorry, similar stocks in the same sector, right? When most of them are near all-time lows, and this one, which I see has ridden the 8 and the 20 down for so many weeks that turned into months that actually turned into years. There's you know this oscillation doesn't seem like it's happening again, right? It does actually kind of seem like we're and you know what I mean? Like maybe this line, okay, this is the line that we're at. This is a strong line right here because we do have a good amount of horizontal trading that lasted almost a full year, right? We go from this October, November, December month pretty much all the way to the next October, right? So this is a monster line. And if 140 is lost, yeah, I mean 160 or 140, my bad. 194 is lost. 160 comes up, and I don't think this one's as strong as this one for sure. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm not a fan of averaging down because where you keep throwing good money here and keep averaging down and keep at like it, I'd much rather wait to see when we go horizontal. And again, you know, I'm not going to buy in the horizontal. I'm just at least going to be happier going horizontal than I am going to be going down. And then let's see if we curve, right? Because look, this right here again is a good example of just like something kind of rebounding, but like not breaking the two lines, right? I'm repeating stuff. You already know this if you're watching my videos, or you're going to watch more and hear this, right? But yeah, I'm not at a place where I'm saying this thing is ready, right? And I also really am surprised it didn't do as well as the others. It actually I see the one like volume pop too, but again, it did nothing to price, which is pretty odd. So nothing really positive to see here, sadly. Yeah, all right. This one at least tried to do it. It at least did do the pop this day, right? It at least had a nice little uptrend this day, right? I think CRON, which has been really bad for a while, which in my head is actually probably on the same level as ACB in all honesty. Again, no offense to anyone that's long on either of those two stocks, right? Like my opinion on those two really is pretty insignificant. I promise you that. But CRON has been pretty bad for a minute. I always say if you're in a horizontal cluster of moving averages, you either violently go up or you violently go down. And man, this one's been a violently down for sure, right? So CRON and CGC are pretty much doing the exact same thing. Again, this one kind of was a little more in line with the rest of the sector. I do believe that this reaction on Friday is the truth. I'm not as confident that this week means the trend is changing as I'm looking at more and more of these stocks, right? So are we in all-time lows? We're not yet. We're not yet. I think it's the same comments as CGC, right? This one's a couple moving average, I mean, a couple support lines away, but same thing. I'm seeing the 8 want to continue down. I'm seeing the 20 curving down. I'm seeing the 50 curving down, right? Obviously, these are up here, but yeah, there's nothing that's screaming recovery is near. I'm telling you, you know what I mean? And at least in my opinion, right? But start with getting over these two lines and things will change. And again, hopefully we start going horizontal and then go up instead of down. Oh man, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right. Hey, I appreciate your time so much. If you disagree with anything, throw it in the comments. Otherwise, yeah, this one's kind of short because it's there's not much to talk about on these. I'm sorry, you know. Hey, have a great one.